What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back. We gotta get this transmission real fast, but welcome back to Sheltered. My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as we hang out with a bunch of people that seem fairly well adjusted, and then this girl who seems to be falling apart left and right. I'm hoping she doesn't go catatonic on me because that negatively affects everybody if that happens to her. So if it only affected her, I'd be like, well, do what you gotta do, I guess. But if it affects everybody, it becomes a little bit more of a communal concern. We got 32 gallons of water right now. Okay, so you found some, good, there we go, she found some food, good for this girl. Oh, she found a rope, too. Alright, so if you were paying attention to the previous episodes, or if you weren't, I'm going to explain it over again, so it doesn't really matter. That's kind of the point of me reiterating things, little YouTube 101 thing right there. You should always do a little bit of a recap at the beginning of every episode and kind of like revisit some of the things you were worried about in the previous episode, because some people just like skip episodes and stuff like that. And then you'll end up with, you know, little things you got to answer in emails and stuff like that. It's just easier if you reiterate every now and again and just be like, well, if you missed it or if you just weren't paying attention, because I know that when I watch LPs, I'm usually like playing a game or like working on a review or doing something else. And so I tend to miss specifics too when I'm playing games. It's not really, it's a human condition. What are you going to do? He's bringing back 4 food. That's really good because our food is looking super poopy right now. We've been eating out of those cans like all day, every day. It seems like kind of an unpleasant existence. I have largely maintained, and so people can argue with me about this, I've never kind of liked the whole like prepper mindset, I guess. And some people can argue with me about this. I like survivalism, and I think prepping is kind of cool in theory. But here in the U.S., you've got like a whole like group of people that like seriously think that the government's going to get overthrown and they're going to hide in a bunker in the hills and just like all kinds of crazy shit. And so anyways, I love survivalism. It's one of my passions in life. I really do enjoy camping. I like being outdoors. I like feeling like if I'm in a situation and something goes wrong, I know the solution to this and I can make it happen given limited resources. I like that feeling. It makes me feel self-sufficient. And I think that's a feeling that a lot of people can benefit from. It's a feeling of confidence. So anyways, it looks like she found somebody in the school and they want to talk. Hopefully it's a traitor. So anyways, there's preppers. And honestly, the thing that I've maintained here is that it's not worth it to survive. I've said this a couple of times. Oh man, oh man. Oh hey, how are you doing? We join up. Yeah, I join you and we mess this place up. What do you say? You guys have bad stats, so I'm going to reject that. We're going to have to go it alone. I'm sorry, the answer is no. I'm about as good as it gets, but it seems like you made your choice. I'm so happy that they never attacked me after that choice. Like, sometimes I'm worried they're just going to bum rush me, and my weapon does not look wieldy. Let's examine the items we found over here. So, yeah, it looks like there are different groupings of items. Like, sometimes the items stay, and then other times you get new items when you go in. I'm not really sure how the whole thing works. I'm going to stack up some of the limestone and sand, but I've always maintained that if anything ever goes wrong, like a nuclear apocalypse, I don't think I want to survive. I think I want to die in the first Crimson Flash. And that sounds like a dark thing to think about, but listen, when you're into survivalism, stuff like that, these are questions that come up when you're talking with other people that are into it or that you go camping with or whatever. And I've always maintained that living 25 years in a bunker or like in a cabin in the middle of nowhere, having to hustle your ass off 24 hours a day in order to get the water and food you need to survive while everybody else you've ever known is dead, it just does not attract me as a concept. It's just, if everybody else is gone, I kind of want to be gone too. I sort of like modern society. Like, just because I know, like, these random little skills, like how to use a lanyard ring and stuff like that, does not mean that I'm necessarily super stoked about the prospects of getting to use them, you know, outside of a situation of the most dire circumstances. So, I don't know. It just seems like in a world where the infrastructure has broken down and everything is, like, over, right? It's all done. There's nothing left. You're basically surviving hand to mouth. Unless you can get resettled or whatever. I think if I had a group of people that I was with, I could like push on and just be like, alright. But if I was by myself having to set snares all day, every day, and just deal with my own psychoses from being alone and like everything else, just waiting for your tooth to get infected or like for your appendix to get infected so you'll die horribly. It just doesn't seem like a good prospect to me. I don't know, the nuclear explosion feels quicker and cleaner. You're like warm for a second, then it's over. Man, just like blah, and you're gone. And you don't even know you're gone. It's like, oh well. Surviving the nuclear explosion would suck, especially if you were near there and you got all the crazy radiation burns and shit. That would blow. That would be pretty close to the worst. I sort of want to bring back this food with me. And so I think I'm going to do just that. I'm going to leave. Light bulbs don't seem incredibly useful right now. Although neither does sand and limestone, so I don't know why I'm bringing... Although I could stack those up pretty high. And that in and of itself is a pretty attractive feature to me. Bringing back 4 of something is better than bringing back like 1 of something else. I believe I believe that one day I will find room for these 3 cans inside my inventory. I'm going to get rid of the spring, I guess. I don't know. It'll still be there. It's not going anywhere. We got 7 food, though, which is going to round us out for at least another week or so. And that's what I was starting to worry about was our food supply. But I don't know. It's just a little conversation that I'd had with a friend the other day who was really into sort of camping and hiking and backpacking just like I am. And he likes learning how to do all those random little things like starting fires with sticks and all those little skills, all those lost skills of antiquity and whatnot. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it would be worth it. I think if I had a group of like 6 or 7 people that I could attach onto and be part of like a herd, you know what I mean? Because humans are communal animals. We don't do well on our own. We tend to go a little batshit nutty. We tend to go nuttier than squirrel shit when we get put in that situation. I think that I couldn't do it, but if I had people, I might be alright. I think she's gonna need to come in. Is she still stressed? Or is she okay? Like, is she gonna freak out and try and murder all of us with a pipe now or a 2x4? Her perception went up slightly, which is good for us. We got a couple of pipes, a little bit of metal. Got a few random little things in here that I think will be useful. I'm gonna dump off the food. We got a little bit of plastic and a rope, which is actually awesome because if we have the rope and a spring, we can make a badass trap that'll turn a rabbit into a ton of rations. And so it's a backup plan for you really want to plan for things going wrong in this game. Like you don't get food for like 7 days. What happens if you don't get water for 8 days? You know, like it's difficult, but you got to plan for it. We'll confirm that right there. Sorry about that. Had a kitten attack. He decided he wanted in the room. He rampages. He's got a bed that's in my little recording room. And if he can't get to it when he wants to, it's his comfort place. When he's feeling nervous or scared or whatever, I've got a little bed set up for him that we've created out of a bunch of like random clothes and stuff like that. And if he can't get back to it, he just like freaks the hell out. And so he was outside the door just like losing his mind. It's his security blanket. Like seriously, it totally is. Like it's weird seeing the corollaries and like the things that like children have with kittens and stuff like that because he's the exact same way. Like he has certain things that like he has to have like at a moment's notice when he's like freaked out or if he hears a noise he doesn't like or anything else. He acts like a tough guy, but he's a big weenie. Let's see, I need water, so go ahead and drink. The dog lives in the vents. I don't know why the dog lives in the vents. Apparently that's where all of the rats are at. He crawls around in the vents like a xenomorph or, I don't know, like John McClane or something. I can't hold it together much longer. You better, you know, farting in here, you better hold both cheeks together. You better do it. You better do it. We need to get showers going too. Shit. Our water situation is looking real sketchy. Go ahead and fix the shower while she's in there. Yep, just hammer on the shower for a little while she's in there. It'll work out. I just need to get her dirtiness down slightly. We'll stop at 20 liters or gallons or whatever it is. I would say gallons, except that the game is made by, I believe, a British company. Or an English company. I apologize. I got corrected on that the other day. I said it during the stream. I said, well, it's made by a British group. And they're like, that's not a thing. It's English. And I was like, okay, well, then I'll call it English. I apologize. I was unaware. Are you going to come down here, random monster man? Oh, he is. I hope he's not a bad person. He's got creepers on. He looks like he's going to a rockabilly concert. Oh, wow, his color's changed. Okay, never mind. There's somebody at the door. Our person that's good with people is Kathy. So let's go ahead and respond. What's up, Dougie Fresh? Hey, if you're still alive in there, I've got some nice goods available for trade. You want to make a deal? Actually, hell yeah. There is nothing that I would like better. So let's go ahead and get some water. These guys tend to have really good prices. The ones you find out on the field, they're sort of hit or miss. They can give you insanely good prices. Like I found a lady that gave me like 100 credit for like this thing that she needed, and then she would trade me everything else basically for free, 1 for 1. No, she was giving me like 3 for 1, I think. And so it depends kind of where you're at and what you're working on. I don't know. Different people want different stuff. Got wires. I think the PCBs are going to be expensive. Is this working right now? Oh, thank Christ. We don't have a bookcase, so I don't know where my books are at, but I would like to sell the books. The books are usually worth like 100 credits, so we don't have any. I mean, I could sell the sand and the limestone. I don't really like need it. It's not a thing that I need. I've got like, how much concrete do I have, by the way? If I could build another expansion of my house, it'd be perfectly fine, but well, I may need to convert this into, I may need to convert all that into cement. I don't know. We've got a motor right there. Probably the switch is fine. That's expendable. I don't need those. We don't need like 100 buckets either. Buckets are not actually that important. Fuses, I'm going to save those because we haven't done any upgrades with fuses yet. It's always amazing to me in this game like how frequently you can be like, I need this, I need this. Like it's so hard to scrounge in this game. I could go all in with some of my anti-radiation tablets, and I would recommend doing so. And I guess I'm going to go on record on this. I guess some people are going to disagree with me. So I've seen other people play the game and they're like, hold on to these no matter what, because these are like your oh shit handles. Like, you know, in your car where up by the window, or if you don't have a car, you know how when you're in a car, up by the window, there's that handle you can grab onto just in case somebody goes over a bump too fast and you're like, oh shit. It's an oh shit handle. So anyways, these things are the oh shit handles of Sheltered, where if somebody gets irradiated on accident, they will die. 100%. You will die unless you use this item on them. And so some people recommend to hold on to them and just stockpile the hell out of them just in case things go wrong. Like, what if you're out of water, but black rain starts, so you're forced to drink irradiated water because everybody's going to die of dehydration if you don't? It's a valid point, but I think you're hedging your bets in two directions when you do that. If you do it this way, you're front-loading on materials that'll make your life a lot easier. If you hold on to these, you're holding out for a gambling proposition that maybe something bad will happen. And so you've got to make a decision. You can gamble on whether something bad's going to happen, or you can gamble on, you know, playing the game well and just hoping you don't make any mistakes and that you won't need them. I tend to keep like one or two around, but I tend to gamble away with the rest. Now, this guy doesn't really have stuff that I want. That's the unfortunate thing here, is I was hoping he would have like rubber, I was hoping he would have ropes, I was hoping he would have wool, I was hoping he would have leather, hinges, pipes. Unfortunately, he doesn't. And so the things that I want, I do have a lot of springs. How much does he want for the... Oh, wow, he really wants a lot for cordite. That's for making gunpowder, that's why. Gunpowder isn't made of cordite anymore, I don't think. It used to be, though, back in the day. What are batteries used for? And, oh, yeah, he's going to charge a bunch for those. Okay. Well, I would take the water right now. I think it's a wise idea. I mean, you never know when 3 extra water is going to save you, and our water supply is at 50% right now, and we haven't had a lot of rain, which makes me feel nervous. I don't use light bulbs, like, ever, so I figure I'll probably trade some of those. Like, I've played the game a lot, and I've never used a light bulb for, like, anything. You need to use it for when you want to put up lights or something like that later on, but I don't even know if that system is implemented yet. I would say transistors are pretty useful. You do need a lot of those. And I apologize for seeming like I'm on the fence right here, but it's really, really hard in this game to predict what you're going to need far, far in advance. Like, it's actually fairly challenging to determine what you should take, because every single time I pick something, I find out later that I didn't really need it. What are these worth? Those are worth 3. I need to get this divisible, like, right now, and unfortunately, it's not quite there. Oh, no, it's perfect. Never mind, I'm bad at math. Well, balls on me. I guess I'll take those right there. That seems like a pretty decent trade. That's a trade that I can work with, and it maintains my hazmat equipment, so that'll be alright. She's got +2 trauma again. I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I am a little bit concerned about her, and I'm not sure what I want to do with her. We don't have any books. That's the other problem. Maybe it's because she doesn't have books around. What are you trying to do, man? Here, you stop that right now. How are these things doing up? That's at 52%. That's at 49%. How are these upgrades looking? We can upgrade the durability of the oxygen filter. We can make the resistance better, or we can make the decontamination better. How's our rads looking? Hold on. Our rads are pretty low. Like, we don't really need to... It's not really irradiated down here at all. Radiation gathers when you leave the door open for too long, if you were wondering. If you leave the door open to the shelter for far, far too long, that's when you get yourself in trouble and you get radiation inside, and then people get radiation sickness, and then it's this long, slow, shambling death march. It's the worst. It's not going to work out very well. It's probably going to suck for you. We've got the shelter door. Okay, so I could send Fabian out again. Oh, it's raining. Good, good, good. This is legitimately like one of the few games where I get excited about rain. Like, I think that it's a tough decision to make when you make a game like this War of Mine, or if you make a game... Technically, I could send her out again, but I think it's better to do rotating shifts. Does anybody else need baths? Nope, you're good. You need a shower. Jump in the shower right now. You need it because it's raining. And if we can get this up to 60 or so, that's what I'm hoping for. We can actually take this and we can go for a big scouting mission. And it's going to be really, really awesome. So I don't know if these lights can go out too. I hope they can't. That would totally suck for us. How is the dog doing? I haven't fed him in a while. Mecha Scooch looks like he's going on. I think when he catches a rat, he doesn't need to be fed. I'm pretty sure when he catches a rat, he's like good to go. Is our water supply full yet? The ground's looking a little sopping. This is actually kind of close to the surface for a bunker. In general, they try to build them deeper on into the ground. Like, this would actually be, there'll be a stairwell that goes down into them a lot of the time. Because if it's this close to the surface, you can't guarantee that if a bomb hits nearby, that it's not actually going to tear up the earth and make it a lot worse. Eat some food. Water's looking good. Okay, the water supply is at maximum right now. That is exactly what we were going for. We want to go ahead and, while the water supply is at maximum, what I would say it's really intelligent to do, we'll take him, and it'll double up our water if we take multiple people. So I think I'm just going to go to the map, and what I'm going to do is we're just going to go out like this, and we're going to have him loop back, and we're going to scout that right there. 11 water is what I can spare. Technically, I could spare about 20. So if we really wanted to make this a long journey, I think it would be possible. It might also be wise to take him out to there and then come back. The game triangulates to determine how much water it's going to cost you. And since he starts out going in that direction, well, I don't know. My trigonometry is poor at best. I mean, I would love to send somebody like way on out. And if I could guarantee that it was going to rain for a couple more days, that's what I would do, is I would try and lock down new locations out that way. But let's just stick to what we know right now. I'm going to take this all the way up to here. We're going to loop it. And there it is. Confirm it. We'll take the bag because I don't know what we're going to find while we're out there. We'll equip it. I think that along the way, we are going to need a gas mask. I'm going to let him take a pipe because I'm a little bit worried about his safety. Not going to bring anything to trade because we should be able to fill in things when we first get to the next location. The school or whatever it is on the left. The farmhouse or whatever that's supposed to be. We'll send him on out. He's looking pretty good right now. That puts us on dad number 2. We're going to drink that water. I was hoping it would still stay raining while I was waiting on a lot of this because that will make my life a little bit easier. He needs out of the shelter, so off you go. Time efficiency is an important thing in this game. Keep the radiation out of the shelter. It looks like generator's out of fuel. We haven't looted a whole lot of fuel in this playthrough, which has me a little bit nervous. Let's go ahead and slap that back on because we need to gather water, and that would be a very, very unfortunate. I don't know why our water filter is electrically powered. I'm not really sure. Go ahead and search the house. That's fine. Can we upgrade anything over here? We can make the durability go up so that it breaks less. The efficiency is also not a bad call, but we need a couple more valves. The durability... How raggedy is it? It's actually not that bad. I don't think we've actually been having that many problems with our generator, so I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get on top of that transmission real quick. There's somebody here. They're going to signal they want to trade. Probably not going to happen. We'll walk away real fast. I do think the game could benefit from a few more events, but honestly, the game does a really good job with the pacing so far. Ah, hello. Not seen many others out here recently. There's strength in number these days. I don't know you, but if you want to boost your head count, I'm offering my services. 7 and all 5s. Not a bad character. Not a bad character. Although I have seen ones that are like 17, 15, 12, and 20. Like, it's crazy when you get a character like that. I don't have the food. My supplies are just not good enough. So I'm going to walk away from that one real quick. That guy's still hanging there. You figure somebody cut him down, but nope. Go ahead and put her to sleep. Doggy looks like he's ready for some food. Health is going down. I'm sorry, Mecha Scooch, but I'm going to have to... I got to wait until I see what our first haul is going to be. If we don't loot any food on this run, I got to let you get a little bit more hungry. If we do get food on this run, then I'll go ahead and put some in your bowl. And I apologize for that. I feel like a dick not feeding my dog. I really hate that. I'm going to feed him. Whatever. I feel like an asshole. Back when I was in, like, I don't know. I was really, really broke for a long ass time. Like, super broke. I found a shack out in the wasteland. Yeah, go ahead and search it. It looks like, where is that at? Let's take a look at the map. It looks like it's out. Oh, good. We found a new location. We can actually add that to our ring, too, so we can make a full run. Maybe bring 2 or 3 people next time. It does make the water usage go through the roof, though. Oh, we got full water. Hell yeah. Okay. So, Fabian to base, there's something there. Ooh, we got guns. Hell yeah. That's what I'm looking for. You hear the excitement in my voice right now? Yup, we're taking guns. We're taking guns right now. Those are rifles. We ain't got any bullets for them, but I'll take a hatchet. I'll take, ooh, man, this place. We got pistol ammo. We got that. We got a tire. Hell yeah. So we can repair the camper van with that. I think my next goal is going to be... You don't have a crowbar, right? Cool. Let's use a crowbar. Might be useful for us. We don't need any buckets. We could use some more valves. Can Keep it tight for right now. There'll be time in other runs. That stuff's going to stay there once we come back, so let's keep it tight. The guns are going to be super useful. I'm stoked about that because what I'd like to do is unload one of the guns to a trader maybe if I can. Get a real good trade about it. I can see what looks like a small reservoir in the distance. Should I check it out or stick to the route? Let's investigate. You got guns and you don't have any bullets, but you can scare somebody with an empty gun just as well as you can. I mean, most people aren't going to risk it. I would tell you that 100%, is most people aren't going to stare down the barrel of a gun and be like, test me, shoot me in my face. Most people are not going to do that. If you meet the person that does do that, you should probably be worried. We're being signaled, so let's see if we can maybe trade something off right here. A small reservoir. I wonder if that's a place I could hike to get... Ooh, it looks kind of nasty. Hi there, traveler. There's never enough blood. I need more and I need yours. Oh, shit, that's not good. Flee. Run away. He doesn't have good strength. Strength is the principal thing you need for combat. Oh. So apparently we're locked into combat right now and we don't really have much of a choice. I've never seen this happen before, so this is a new thing to me. I would say escaping is probably the best plan. I don't think fighting him is a good call. Okay, so combat's resolved. It looks like we got a little bit of trauma, maybe? I've never seen the combat in this game. That's the first time. I've never seen it before. Running away is always the better course. In real life, I know it's like a lot of people want to act like a thug and they want to act super hard. But for real, in general, unless you can guarantee victory, it is a terrible plan to engage in a fight in a situation like this. A really bad plan. Most sane people realize that. He didn't seem so sane. He seemed pretty interested in gathering my fluids, so I don't know. You seem pretty rested, dude. I'm going to let you do your thing. How's the bed doing? It's a little messed up. Go ahead and fix the bed real fast. Get some water. And then you fix the bed. How are all these looking? Everything's looking okay over there. Tool efficiency is at 40%, which is very cool. How are those looking? 42%. We definitely don't want those to be broken in the case of something going wrong here. I'm going to let him fix the bed for a little bit. Ah, she's catatonic. Okay, so she's catatonic. That means that periodically we're going to have to feed her and water her. She's just going to hang out over there. That's all it is. And then I hope that once we work her out of that state, she will no longer be upset. I don't know if she's like a bookophile or, I guess, would you call that a Libraphile? Or what would you call that? Somebody's like a logophile? Well, a logophile is somebody that likes words, right? I don't know. We found someone else out here, but they haven't seen me yet. Should we talk to them? Well, you escaped last time. Go ahead and talk to him. I don't know. I'm willing to take risks right now because we're in a pretty good spot. Hello there. Damn this dust, right? You want to trade? Oh, come now. Do you really mean to insult... Oh, man. Do you really mean to insult me with such crude sales pitch, such blunt, peddling, clumsy offers? So I guess she doesn't want to trade. That's what she's getting at right there. It took her a long time to say it, but whatever. So we found a reservoir over there. There's a little shack right there. I like that shack. I'm hoping we get something on the way back this way so that we can do a little ring right here with 2 or 3 people at a time and just get a ton of loot. Especially since the shack appears to be bequeathing guns. My name is Splattercat. I will see you all later. It's the end of the episode. I am out of time. Hi, everybody. This is Shelter. Check it out down below.